It's the 5th of January 2024. We welcome you to yet another edition of Press Review here on Luntha Television. This is the program that will take you through some of the stories that have been covered in our daily papers. We always have the Nation, but of course the Daily Times. As usual, we ask you to keep us company. You are with me, Bernard Mwanza, and I'm joined by my colleague
Bridget Manoga. I hope you all are doing great, and also you, Mr. Mwanza.
Yeah, a little bit I'm fine.
Why a little bit?
Well, I'm fine, but I think they can notice
your voice that you have through.
Yeah,
but
so
then you don't have
otherwise
you don't have an option. You have to be here with
me.
me.
All right, I can give you a chance to take us through what is on the front page.
Of course, it's ladies first. On the front page of the Nation newspaper, Nankuma, 3 others grilled, and there is a subtitle: Plenary Committee over Paro NGC meeting. And the story leads Democratic Progressive Party DPP disciplinary committee yesterday interrogated the party's former vice president South, that's Sakondwani Nankuma, and other senior officials for leading a national governing council NGC meeting without the party's blessing from the president.
Well, of course, that's also a similar story that is appearing on the front page of the Daily Times. But I'll take one on the third page. ADMAC to sell 21,000 metric tons of maize from next week. The Agricultural Development and Marketing Corporation, ADMAC, has said it will distribute 21,000 metric tons of maize in its custody to all its depots from next week. This comes as a surprise, as in the 2022-2023 rain-fed agriculture season, the grain trader did not buy maize from farmers in the country. ADMAC Chief Executive Officer Dan Makata told the Daily Times that preparations to start distributing the maize have been finalized.
All right, I think looking at that, I can see that Malawians will face hunger this year because looking at how things are, and after hearing views from different Malawians on yesterday's program of Chizulu, you can imagine that in Kasungu a 50 kg bag is selling at 60,000 waja. Same price to Palombe. There was a guy from Sundwe, he said a bag of 50 kgs is selling at 50,000
That's maize, yes.
Maize. How many people, how many Malawians can afford to buy a bag of maize at 60,000?
I wanted to comment on the same to say, even if ADMAC comes out to sell the maize, the question remains the same: how many will afford to buy?
How many?
Because as we are talking,
yeah.
So in the but still more, there will be others that will fail to access such maize. So and
another sad development which I encountered last night, AIB Iliabo, and it was announced that they'll be buying at 15,000. Kumamadira and it one Hamagula 30,000. Kuti we ungo bida ba gakali bandondomego ya AIB ubirandi 15,000. Sizumateka ndo umenyere ujeterere mateni bini timajani thereby not
pale nafika hapo hivi 50,000.
Oh,
kupanga zoti beze mwayo utagule which is so pathetic unaona kuti be tufuna kuthandiza anthu, but there are still loopholes unaona kuti anthu asangathandizike.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next story. No new deadline for AIB. Minister Gawale, after missing 2 deadlines for implementation of the Affordable Input Program, AIP, Minister of Agriculture Sam Gawale says the program is now open-ended as the goal is to reach all beneficiaries with inputs. That's another sad development because we planned for it. Manena kutoke botafika nthawi yakuti ndekuti tidzakhala kuti tathana nazo zogawa zobanga ndondomeko imeneyi ya zipangizo za ulimi zotsika mtengo matero nchichewa.
All right, I'll take another one here. Only 7% can survive on farming. Median earnings seen at $20 per annum. Fewer than 7% of households in Malawi can generate sufficient income from farming to meet their basic needs, the latest World Bank Malawi Country Economic Memorandum has shown. The development means that 93% of households who claim to be farmers cannot survive on farming.
Okay.
That's another sad story.
Yeah, it is, because if you look at the number, Georgia it's 7%, Georgia 1 billion. Yeah, so I don't know, but as a country, I think we should pull up our success and then see how best to go about it.
Ndondomeko zambiri bezokufunika kuti uli even ulimi wathu tiwupititse patsogolo kuti ngati konzuma wirengera kuti chuma chikukwera anthu sakulemera zikuyenda bwino kudzera muli.
Yeah, okay, business now, and that was also business. RBM lauds a plan on remittance, and there is a subtitle says IMF World Bank plan could reduce costs. The Reserve Bank of Malawi, RBM, says the proposal by the Bretton Woods institutions to provide technical assistance to countries such as Malawi will help to reduce the cost of remittances and cross-border payments. I think it's Malawi tinangozolera kuti patoka sitingapange china chilichonse tizidalira thandizo lochokera kunja, which is, I think by now we should have some zina zake ndithu zochepa chabe zomwe tingamachite kufuna kuona kuti chuma chathu komanso mafans athu akuyenda bwino. Ingoganizani kuti anthu amene amatithandizawo lero anena kuti yayi dziko limenelo sitilithandizaso tingagwire mtengo wanji.
Very sad.
Yeah.
All right, and I don't know if you have another very story there.
We can proceed to international.
All right, if you have quickly.
Okay, U.S. formally strikes Uganda, others off AGOA list. And partly the story reads, the U.S. has formally removed Uganda, the Central African Republic, Gabon, and Niger from the list of beneficiary countries of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA. And another one, U.S. dismisses SA's claims against Israel. The U.S. has dismissed South Africa's case against Israel at the International Court of Justice, in which it is accusing the Jewish state of committing genocidal acts in the Gaza Strip.
All right, I think now we can move on to arts, because I don't have any international story.
Yeah, we can do so.
Just quickly, Sir Norman Peary finally launches Mukalankula. That's gospel musician. Sir Norman Peary kept up his promise for the new year when he launched his 4th album titled Mukalankula at Chef ICM Aki in Lilongwe recently. Dubbed Mukalankula Celebration, the concert that also featured other acts such as Kondo and Chila, Toko Katimbani Walusungu Kishombe, pulled a huge audience.
Okay, I am glad that the show was a success on his part. Artists go slow in January. Entertainment events intensified in December as many people went on holiday to celebrate Christmas and usher in the new year. Indeed, last month there was a list of live events meant to entertain fans, but now that the festive season is over, things have slowed down on the artist front. In random interviews, musicians said they have slowed down this month in terms of live performances.
All right, now moving on to the sports.
That's the back page
of the papers. Nakutemwa Kansas City. Temwa set to become first Malawian in U.S. Women's League. The Malawi women's national football team striker Temwa Chawinga, whose first name means love in Tumbuka language, has fallen in love with United States of America, USA side Kansas City current after signing a 2-year contract. Surely her football career keeps on blossoming. Just a day after being named overall best striker in the world in 2023, having scored 63 goals for club and country, Temo has written another piece of history.
All right, NBC to beam AFCON finals. A public broadcaster, Malawi Broadcasting Corporation (NBC) says it will beam the African Cup of Nations AFCON finals, which kicks off on July 13th to February 11th in Ivory Coast. NBC Public Relations and Customer Affairs Manager Kisomo Mamadi, in an interview yesterday, said they would like to give football fans a chance to join the continent's football festival. I remember last time ananena ndithu NBC unena kuti tuonetsa AFCON koma amene amapangira interrupt pakapezeka zina ngati mwina msonkhano wa president amalawi nawo zimakhala zovutirapo. So I'm just hoping that this time around things will be different.
All right, Real Madrid extend unbeaten run. That's an international sports story. La Liga leaders Real Madrid gained a hard-fought win over Mallorca thanks to Antonio Rodriguez's late header. Mallorca hit the woodwork twice as Antonio Sanchez's header bounced off the underside of the crossbar on the goal line, with Sam Costa also hitting the post for the visitors. Those misses proved costly as Rodriguez headed in from Luka Modric's fan left wing corner in the 78th minute.
I think that brings us to the end of today's edition of Press Review, unless you have something to add.
I think not much, but just to thank those who have been there to follow the program today. But of course, those who have been there each and every day, from Monday, Tuesday. Actually, this is the first week. So we appreciate those people that have been there since Monday up to date. The program returns on Monday next week, so we urge you to also make a deal with us then.
On Monday. But today we only took you through some of the stories. If you want to grab a copy, they are both going at 2,000 kwacha. Yeah.
Otherwise, wish you the best of the weekend. Enjoy your different activities that you've lined up.
He's Bernard Mwanza.
And she's Bridget Manoka.
I'm still around. I'll be back at 10 with news updates.
Goodbye.